What up, Buzz? You tapped in? Okay, Goose, you tapped in too? All right, Chicago, y'all tapped in? All right, boys, let's crack them. Feel like Mike in the fourth with the ball in my hands and I'm taking a shot. I'm the king in the madhouse on Madison, whether I make it or not. Now the crowd going crazy, they watching the play and I'm watching the clock. Got my shot in the air and the buzzer go off and I'm watching it drop. This team did things, MJ shot City 6 rings. D-Rose too big, too fast, too strong, history. And we good on that, put Jilla on the track and we good on wax. 3, 2, 1, everybody say Bulls on tap, Bulls on tap. Our city pretty and gritty, Benny the bull in the crowd getting hyper and litty. Me, I'm so drippy, it's slippery, nothing offends me. Banners on banners, we winners. We got the stats in the news, go and subscribe. Hang out with Buzzy and Goose, tapping with us, we the truth. Jilla just murdered the booth.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bulls on Tap. I am your boy Buzz. I'm joined by my dude Goose, and we are here to recap a Chicago Bulls unexpected victory tonight. I mean, anything can happen in the NBA, but tonight it was definitely unexpected. 117-96 over the Denver Nuggets, the first place Western Conference Denver Nuggets. Before we get into this one, be sure to go on Tap Sportsnet for all your Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Following us on Twitter at Bulls on Tap and on Tap Sportsnet. Following Goose at Goose on Tap and me at Buzz on Tap. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to us, 5-star rating and review, because that's cool and tough. If you're watching on Facebook or Twitter, please go to the YouTube channel on Tap Sportsnet YouTube. Subscribe, hit the little bell anytime we go live. You'll be notified. We're presented by Sports Illustrated Media Group. Goose, I don't drink during the week, but on the weekends, I'm an animal. But tonight, we're having a victory beer because that was a fun victory. It was a good time. So
are we back? Is that what it is, or is this just an excuse to have a beer?
It's definitely my excuse to have a beer, but I did enjoy some fun basketball from the Chicago Bulls. And like we said, even though we don't see a long-term goal for them, we probably both prefer them to lose. I will respect good basketball when I see it, and tonight it worked for them. Despite only hitting 8 3-pointers, it worked for them.
Well, and how many of those threes did Zach have? Like 4? 3?
3 of them.
3 of them? So, to Zach's point, like we touched on last show, it is hard to beat a team when you hit so few threes, but the Bulls were extremely effective in the paint tonight, despite going up against what will probably be the league's MVP in Nikola Jokic. So, I don't know if AK pulled out the blueprint and told them how to go about taking down his old team, what kind of dirty photos he might have had on Coach Malone or somebody over there to get this one pulled up, because what happened tonight was completely unexpected. You probably could have became a millionaire tonight by betting the Bulls winning by plus 15. This is completely unexpected. This team continues to do this throughout the year, though. We've beat good teams, which is just the complete dagger in the salt in the wound here, because you want to have hope after you watch what you just watched. You just shell-shocked the best team in the league in their house, where they also happen to have the best home record in the league.
Yeah, they were 30-4 coming into the game today. They're now 30-5.
And you closed that game with Bulls fans tearing down that house, screaming, "Let's go, Bulls!"
Yeah, very, very good game from them. I mean, let's just be honest here too. Shot selection within the first 5 minutes of that game for Denver was just so on point. I mean, they were well-oiled machine.
I was ready to turn the game off 5 minutes in.
It looked like it was going to be a long night. It looked like it was be a long night, and the Bulls kind of made a run there, even at the end of the first, to pull it within 4 going into the second, and they never turned back. They didn't lose a quarter from there. They beat this team by 21 points tonight. Nikola Vucevic was masterful, absolutely fantastic. Shout out Chai Sports fan who always sticks by his boy Nikola Vucevic. But he had 25 points, 15 boards, 3 assists on 9 of 17 shooting. He went 2 for 4 from downtown, 5 for 5 from the free throw line. Had a huge game. Zach LaVine, huge game. 12 for 18, not thinking as much, letting the game come to him. I felt when I watched him tonight. When he caught the ball, he was ready to shoot it. When he was ready to drive it, if he didn't think he had a open lane to get there, he was kicking that ball out. He was trying to create. and not point guard ways, but just, hey, this ain't going to work for me. I know I'm drawn. I'm going to kick this ball out.
And James Harden ISO ways.
I felt like he looked super crisp tonight. DeMar DeRozan, shaky, 6 for 16. He played the worst out of them all. But, I mean, again, he had 8 assists. He was creating for those guys, getting boards, 17, 6, and 8 for DeMar DeRozan with 3 steals. It was a fun game. Bulls had 50 rebounds to Denver's 44. If you would have told me at the beginning of the game that the Bulls were going to fucking out-rebound Denver.
Playing 4 guards. And
I've been shocked.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have taken that on a betting line ever either, even for $1. So, I mean, to see, and Pat Williams, I guess the keys that we've talked about almost all year is Nikola Vucevic hits his threes, 50%, 2 of 4, especially considering the team only hit 8, as you said, to start the show. So Nikola Vucevic has a fourth of your threes. And Patrick Williams has 18 points in limited minutes. Fairly aggressive. He
played
the X factor.
He played 30 minutes, but this is the thing with Pat. He was in some good spots tonight where he looked really good tonight. There was one in particular, I believe that was in the third. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but if it was the third or fourth quarter. But he had a back tip in on the offensive boards. I believe it was the third quarter. And it went in, and he was just aggressive and being down there. I mean, he only had 4 boards in 30 minutes of play, but he went 8 of 9, had 18 points, like you said. I've
been talking to our friend C-Red Fred earlier today. I did bring up Pat may be a power forward, but on the defensive end, he is out on the perimeter at the 3-point line more than he is under the basket.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing.
Gets the luxury of floating on the lesser offensive forward for the opposing team and kind of gets to linger down there and starts the break generally. Pat is out towards the top of the key on the outskirts of the perimeter more times than not on the defensive end.
He should still get more than 3 boards.
The other teams, yes, he should have more than 3 boards, but still, I think it's still a little bit misleading. I don't expect Pat to have 8 boards. It would just be nice to see 5 consistent.
But, I mean, this is a typical Pat. This is what I mean by typical Pat Williams game. I'm not trying to say the 18 points is because we would take that all the time. But it's just the same shot selection, the same volume of what he was really doing. And he just hit it tonight. He was just hitting it tonight. And I'll take that every time. Looks good on the bench with Kobe, even though Kobe struggled offensively. He still did some good things in moving that ball, having 4 assists. He grabbed 4 boards. Once again, Kobe only ends with 1 turnover in 26 minutes, really taking care of the ball. Io got a lot of run. He had 20 minutes tonight. He had 8 points, 4 from the free throw line, 2 for 4 from the field. And, another important thing about Pat, while I'm thinking about it, he did close the game too. So coming off the bench, as long as he's getting the minutes, I'm fine with. The starts, I don't really give a fuck. I'm fine with the minutes if they're going to be up during a developmental period. Trying not to overreact about this, but I'm trying not to go super negative either because that's been like our last 73 shows. I just think that they played really well tonight, and I do think to a certain extent that Denver played very badly. So it worked out.
Yeah, I don't know if Denver went out partying, anticipating an easy game at home, just, taking us for granted, which at this point of the season, I guess the Bulls walk into your building, that's a game that you kind of assume that you just have in the bag.
I mean, I'll tell you,
even if you give up a giant lead, you're just going to blow it. So,
right.
No, I mean, tonight kind of feels like a fever dream, especially since it's so late in the night. It doesn't really feel real that we beat the Denver Nuggets, and the Wizards did lose. So we are technically, I believe, within a single game of the Wizards and the play-in again.
Yeah, we are. It's 1 game now.
Just like that, we're back in the thick of it.
Motherfucker. Just
let me quit.
I was trying not to fucking go down the fucking miserable road, but I'm I've been convincing myself that something good's gonna happen with the pick. You know what I'm saying? And
exactly. We've been getting to play on the Tankathon simulator, and you click enough times and it makes you feel good. Sometimes you only have to click once, and that really makes you believe that this dream could come true. And then the Bulls got to go and beat the best team in the West and throw it out the window and make me believe in play-in hopes again. Which
right.
I don't even know why I get excited about, but I do. I still
I don't. But
It hits me in the feels. I'm sorry, it does.
I know you don't have to be sorry, man. I mean, if you dig it, you dig it. There's nothing wrong with people that want them to make the play.
It's extra basketball,
right?
And I want it.
I don't get mad at anybody that wants them to continue winning. Like, of course, I want them to be good. I want to watch good basketball. I want them to win. It's just, the realist and the hurt inside me want to pick.
Pau Gasol had his jersey retired. Jimmy Butler was there. That brought back some feels.
Yeah, you see, he played Monday. Had to travel to LA to watch that game yesterday, and then he had to go back for a game today.
Jimmy's a guy.
Yeah, good guy. Good guy. I think Hank said it really good here, too, though, about tonight's game. The Nuggets missed a ton of wide open shots, but he loved the Bulls' energy level. And they had it from the get-go. Zach, I've never seen Zach so hyped up. Well, I have, but it's been a while since I've seen Zach like that. That was pretty cool.
I feel like Zach went on a vacation on All-Star weekend over the break. Got some time to himself. Probably got some positive reassurances from his wife and his family. And I think he realized this is his team going forward. That this window is very clearly closing on this iteration of this team, and he's the only one that is here for an extended stretch. And I think he's really seized that post-All-Star break. The numbers say it. And his energy has been somewhat unmatched from everybody since that break. He seems to be the only one that still is fully invested and truly cares, besides Pat Bev, who just doesn't have a different gear for any team.
Yeah, no, I mean, he was funny tonight too, man. Good defense from Pat Bev. One shot he hit was that nice open corner three. He let that arm hang for a hot second after he hit it, which I thought was pretty fucking cool. Again, it was a fun game. Maybe you're right about Zach turning that corner since the All-Star break. I mean, because the team has.
You have to trust one of them to hit the game-winning 3-point shot. Who you trust in, Caruso or Patrick Beverley?
Ooh, wow, that's fucking funny. I don't know. That's hilarious. We should start a segment of what would you rather do that's fucking miserable. I just dropped something. Oh, it was the baby monitor. That's terrible. I got it. We're good.
You got it. We're good.
Yeah.
Baby's good.
This one's for Ren in Ruby's room. Poor Ren's had a fever today, dude. They had to go to the dentist, and then all of a sudden she popped a fever after the dentist. It was terrible. All right, anyway. We're talking about Beverly and Caruso, right?
Yeah. So who are you taking?
Fuck, man. See, I got to think hard about it.
That's not an easy decision.
You know what, dude? For the sake of it, I'm going to say Beverly. I'm going to say Beverly. I'm
with you. We're in the same boat. But because like usual, I'm listening to the Nuggets broadcast, and within like a 30-second segment, he goes, Patrick Beverley has never been a good 3-point shooter. I'm like, dude's been up to like 38% in his career. That's above average.
I was going to say, didn't he hit 39 when he's here in Houston?
So, and then, like I said, in a 30-second span, he then goes, Nikola Vucevic, that guy can really shoot it. And then he goes, what's he shooting from three? 35%? Oh, that's kind of like league average. And I'm like,
what's funny? I don't know how true this is. I don't know if we'll ever go viral, but if I could talk to somebody in Denver that's not my friend Drew, who may or may have not been drinking tonight, he says that they don't broadcast the Denver Nuggets games on local TV, on YouTube TV, so he can't watch Denver. Isn't that nuts? And he's blacked out from League Pass. I think it's like a Dish Network thing.
I mean, I know exactly how that is.
At least he's saved from the stupidity of that announcer.
I mean, I guess. But no, I had that similar struggle when the Bulls played on WGN. I could only get WGN America. Didn't matter what cable provider I paid for out here in Rockford. I could get a super-powered satellite and try to grab that shit.
That'd be sweet. Science.
Yeah, get a really nice antenna and try to grab WGN Chicago when the Bulls are playing on there. But otherwise, I literally offered the cable guy extra money to use my old address back in the McHenry area. Like, I tried everything. I could not get the Bulls on WGN, and that's what's led to my alternative sources at this point, just because I was blacked out. I wanted to pay. I wanted to give my money, and they wouldn't let me.
Cable companies suck.
They do. I mean, and that whole blackout rule is the dumbest thing ever. If you want to pay
for all sports too, that would grow the MLB a little bit if you weren't such a fucking jerk off and let people just pay to watch the White Sox.
Let them pay the $200 for the league's pass and then let them watch the league. Like, don't cut them out because, you didn't want to pay for your local cable company, so we're going to black you out for 72 hours.
I feel like you could tell that we might have been drinking because we just completely went off on a tangent on cable companies because you can't watch sports.
It's okay.
It is okay. It does happen. It does happen. But Denver needs to get their shit together, though, because I want more people in the Denver area to see the Bulls beat their ass again because that was awesome. So, whatever. I don't have much else on this game. Any key moments for you? You have any key moments? I mean, Zach dunk, maybe? That was cool.
Zach's dunk. Yeah, I'd have to say Zach.
DeMar's dunk was cool.
I mean, it was okay.
I thought it was cool. So, I mean, I'm into it, dude. I'm glad they won. I'm also mad, but at the same time, I like to see them play to their full potential.
Dalen Terry doing like 180, 360 jumps during Zach's dunk. That was pretty entertaining.
Yeah, no, I don't really pay attention to a lot of Dalen Terry. No? I know he's leading. No, he's leading the league in cheering, but I'm not.
Yeah, no, he's got Ryan Arcidiacono's old job, which I was kind of sad to see that.
He's in Portland.
Yeah, he got traded in that Josh Hart deal, which sucks because he too is a Villanova alum, and his Villanova alums are getting back together in New York, and they shipped his ass to Portland.
It's like, we don't want you.
Yeah, no more stealing the shine, Arch. See you later.
So our next game isn't until Saturday. Wait a minute. Is that Friday night?
I think it's Saturday.
It is Saturday night. We are playing the Houston Rockets. And if you remember, that's when a lot of the fucking bullshit happened around this team is when they dropped that game to the Rockets.
And Drew pointed out on Twitter as well. The Bulls do not follow up beating good teams very well. We usually get embarrassed very, very handily, very shortly after a nice victory. So book it, 20-point loss tomorrow, according to Look What Drew Did.
20-point loss Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. They beat the Spurs twice in a row after losing like a ton in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They lost 11 games in a row.
So they had a tank off, and then they beat the Spurs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the Rockets are going to come out and beat our ass. I'm scared. I don't like it. They're a bad matchup for us, man. I know a lot of people laugh at that and like, oh, are they really? Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Why?
Because they hustle like all the time.
Well, so does Denver, except for tonight.
Not tonight, man. They were missing wide open shots. I mean, dude, Denver didn't do much. You know, I mean, they missed a lot. Like Hank said, they missed a ton. They went 15 for 3.
Jacking threes in the fourth. Like, I get you trying to spark a comeback, but do that with what you do best and move the basketball. Dude was just walking up, just stepping into threes. A raindrop.
Yeah,
it was ugly. I really was convinced that AK had the fix in.
I think AK fucking figured. I mean, I don't know. I just think the guys played a good game. I'm not going to say AK had Jokic figured out because I'd be giving him a lot of credit. Right now, he doesn't deserve a lot of credit.
No, not even jokingly.
Right. So I'm all good on that. But that was fun, though, with that Beverly Caruso thing. I'm trying to fucking think of another fun one. Ooh. Who would you rather have manning your paint, Ben Wallace or Rudy Gobert?
Ben Wallace.
Yeah, me too. I hated Ben Wallace because he played for the Pistons, but I'd rather have him than Gobert because I think Gobert's a jag-off.
But when you hate somebody because they destroyed you and they were really good, and then you got a little bit of them on your team when they weren't anybody anymore.
Yeah.
It just adds a little bit extra salt to the wounds, kind of, because it's like, oh, it could have been, but it wasn't. Ben. It just.
Did we trade Ben Wallace for Larry Hughes? That was that trade, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, that's fucking. Oh my god. What a bad time. What a bad time to be.
I guess there are worse things you can do than nothing, apparently.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true, man. I don't have much else, Goose. Do you have anything else before you want to get out of here?
No,
it's late. It's 10:30.
We're as shell shocked as the Denver Nuggets right now, is what it comes down to. We did not plan on doing a show. Buzz told me at 3:00 that this was probably not going to be a thing. It's 8:00. He's old, has children, works really freaking early, and then his girls are sick today. So he just pretty much told me, dude, show's probably not going to happen. And I was like, you know what? I'll be ready just in case. And then I was not ready. at all. And then we're here we are.
Do you know how I got through it, man?
Miller Lite?
No. I didn't sit on the couch and watch the game. I stayed right here, and I kicked my feet up on the computer desk.
Oh, so the couch is
my kryptonite.
Okay.
That's what takes your boy out. It doesn't matter if stone cold sober, if I'm a little buzzed, it does not matter. Once I get on that couch, I'm done, dude. There ain't no hanging around, you know?
All right, so the desk with the feet up and a cold one in the koozie, and you were good?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Just kind of hung out, and I hung in there, you know? I hung in there, man.
Well, I guess we'll have to take notes on that routine for next year when the team's good enough to really put yourself through that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Tonight you kind of just got lucky. You're probably up chilling to make sure that the girls were good.
Yeah, that too. Like I said, baby monitor, beer, TV thingies, I was good. Your monitor thingies, whatever, I was good to go. But yeah, man, I don't got anything else either. So I think I'm ready to ride off in the sunset here.
I'm ready for the Bulls to go on a win streak. Forget what Nikola Vucevic said. The way he played tonight told me something different, Buzz. He has not given up on this team. He's not ready to walk out that door yet.
Well,
Bulls going to the play-in, baby. We're drinking pickle juice.
Okay, so is that the new thing? We're doing it if
we make the play-in. We're drinking pickle juice.
Do I have to buy that zesty one again?
Did you already drink it? Have you been prepping? Like, did you just hit depression? And
no, the kids like pickles.
Oh, they like the zesty pickles?
Yeah, I don't know. They're fucking weird kids, man.
Monsters over there.
Yeah, they are. They are.
No, you can get whatever kind of pickle juice you want.
All right, well, I'm ready then. There's
nothing in the pickle juice clause that says that it's got to be a certain flavor. Whatever pickle juice is your flavor, you can chug that shit if the Bulls make the play-in.
That's true. We don't judge people by their pickle juice flavors, man. That's cool.
No.
All right.
Well, some people like to be bread and butter. Some people like to be zesty. Some people like to keep it dill.
Okay. Everybody be sure to go on tapsportsnet.com for all your Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Follow us on Twitter at Bulls on Tap. And on Tap Sportsnet. Following Goose and Goose on Tap and me at Buzz on Tap. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to us 5-star rating and review because it's cool and tough. Subscribe to the YouTube. We're brought to you by Sports Illustrated Media Group. We'll be back Saturday. It's going to be my fault when I'm inebriated, but we'll try to be back Saturday.